Hey, what's up, YouTube land? It's your boy, Eddie Hill, the White Oak, Pennsylvanian toy collector, and it's time for another Eddie Hill review. It's review time, people! And today we'll be reviewing the Star Wars random action figure. Lot of figures. I have one Imperial Troop Transport Vehicle loaded up with stormtroopers, a Star Wars The Mandalorian Mando, an R2-D2 plush, and a Grogu candy dispenser. And some of this stuff, a couple of these items I got from the thrift store, which is this and that Grogu there. Mando I got from Ross. It was about $6 for that. And the Imperial Troop Transport I got for $5 from Star Wars Rebels that is now being used to carry my Imperial Stormtrooper Legion. So now I get to, you know what I mean, have a way to display them where they don't topple over, and they get to go on a nice ride in a troop transport. Now it's been a minute. We're going to look at each and everything, starting with the R2-D2. As you know me, I love Star Wars, and I love plushies. So why I picked this up was because it was my favorite droid in the galaxy, R2-D2, a classic from my childhood. I remember first watching Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 when I was a kid. And then later I watched 4, 5, and 6, which made sense. But yeah, not a bad-looking plush, if I do say so myself. A nice representation of everybody's favorite astromech, R2-D2, from Star Wars. And yes, next week on Thanksgiving, around Thanksgiving time, you will be seeing my entire Star Wars collection on the channel. So yeah, you'll see one epic tour of that room, which I have the most Star Wars here in Pennsylvanian history. But now we're going to look at Grogu from The Mandalorian. This is a little candy dispenser. He would have made noise when you press the button, but I think his batteries are dead, and there's no way to replace the batteries, which is a shame, really. But otherwise, a good-looking candy dispenser. Gonna put that on my Mandalorian shelf with the Mando. But now we're done with that. We're gonna look at the Imperial Troop Transport here. And I had to load this up with troopers. So yeah, we can have 6 troopers carried in the battle on this heavily armed transport. And it's got a gun so it could shoot down enemy fighters, and front guns to deal with rebel speeders, which is nice. And this does open up. When you open it up, you got room for a couple of drivers. 2, maybe 3 drivers. Like this guy can go in the back if you wanted him to, and man the guns in the back, and you put a driver here and here. I'm going to go get a couple more Imperials to show you what it looks like filled with drivers. And I'm back in a flash with those couple of Imperials we can add as drivers. Let's load them up to see how many we can fit. First guy can go right here. Got one driver there. And we put the second driver there. And yeah, that's a lot of drivers. This transport is ready to motor and take on the rebels, for sure. And there's plenty of storage for weapons and accessories in this transport, which is pretty cool. So now we close it up properly. And this transport is ready to go. Well, this part will be a pain in the neck, but I guess it won't fit in there, so we'll just have to put that off to the side. But there we go. It's got room for this many stormtroopers to drive it. And now it's ready to take troops into battle and be ready for battle. Pew, pew, bang, bang, with this epic transport. I'm definitely going to be keeping this in my collection. It is an epic transport. I highly recommend, if you can get this thing for cheap, like I paid $5 for mine, pick it up. You won't regret it. And now these Imperials will have a way to go transported around the hangar. That's all there is to say for the Epic Rebel Troop Transport. A lot of details and a lot of play features. But now we're going to look at the Mando from The Mandalorian. And I just hit the tripod stand. Whoops, my bad. But yeah, this is from Star Wars The Mandalorian. And he comes with the Darksaber, like he had in the show that he took from Grand Moff Gideon. And this is a good-looking figure of the Mando. But we're going to look at the packaging before we look at the figure itself. Got a nice product shot of the Mando, but this price tag is blocking you from seeing his epic face, his epic helmet. See if I can get this off so you can see his face. Without ripping the packaging, though. Here's hoping I can get it done in one foul swoop. Without it ripping. Almost there. And yeah, almost got it. Come on. There we go. Almost got it. And there we got the Mando from The Mandalorian. And look at how nice the artwork for this guy is well done. It says the Mando from Star Wars, Hasbro, and Disney. And this is not a bad looking figure. For $6, this is a worthwhile figure if you can get your hands on this figure for what I paid for it. Highly recommend you pick this guy up. He's amazing and he looks very cool. Helmet is got some movement. His arms got some movement. No elbows or knees. But he does have a hand where he can blast and go pew, pew. Go slashy slash with the Darksaber. He can kick forward. He can't kick back, but he can sit down if you want him to. But I'm probably going to display him standing up because this is a good figure to have in my collection. And then we're going to get down to comparison, and we're just about done with this week's videos. Here we have my original Dollar General Mandalorian. This is like a 5-inch action figure. Yeah, I highly recommend you pick up this guy if you can get him for the price I paid for him. He is worth the money. And that's all there's to say for this week of reviews. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it, please make sure to like, please make sure to comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And this is Eddie Hill, moving on and rock out YouTube land.